And due to time constraint, I'm going next to LOSHENI straight away. LOSHENI, are you there? Okay. I just want to introduce, yes. LOSHENI is Nirantari's elder sibling. But LOSHENI and Nirantari are two different people who have done separate researchers. And LOSHENI is studying in her junior college first year. She's a dynamic student who is also active in social volunteering and is a member of peer leader, SINDA youth volunteer, and then NKF Children's Society volunteer, and so on. You see, the very good thing about Nirantari is you can learn a lot of things, but being a volunteer and doing things for other people is a trait we should all learn from her. It's a very difficult one for which spending time is very difficult. In today's world, even sharing money with other people could be easier, but sharing time and spending time for other people is a very rare commodity. She's interested in theater, drama and speech, and takes part in various English and debate in schools. She's also equally interested in Tamil language and literature. She has written short poems for her school magazine and rendered one of them in Oli 96.8 also. I'm very proud to see that she has picked up the research skills in a very short notice and is presenting a paper today on a topic that has not been touched in this forum so far. She is presenting a paper on to what extent can education reduce inequality. So please be attentive. Yes, LOSHENI, please.
Thanks. Sure. Is it okay? Okay. Yeah. Okay, sure. Thank you, Dr. Raji, for a wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm LOSHENI studying Year 1 at Ishun Innova Junior College. Today, I would like to present my paper on to what extent can education reduce social inequality. This is my first webinar session, and I would like to extend my gratitude to Dr.Raji Sreenivasan, my mentor from Masters Academy of Peace and Training, Singapore, as well as AID International Limited Singapore, for extending this opportunity to me to present my findings on my choice of topic. Next slide, please. Before embarking on my presentation, I would like to answer this question. What is education? Firstly, education refers to the process of teaching or learning to acquire knowledge and skills, especially in a formal institution such as school or university. And although it is widely accepted that the process of education begins at birth and continues throughout our life, education is usually referred solely to formal education. So what is formal education? Formal education actually describes the process approach that is internalized, intentional, and planned through public organizations and recognized private bodies, and their totality make up the education system of a country. Next, let us look into what is the function of education. Next slide, please. In recent years, professionals have discussed the purpose of education. Education actually provides academic knowledge and skills to deepen understanding of the world and cultivates the mind, instills values, and teaches people to socialize, instills soft skills essential for the workforce. Next slide, please. Now, I would like to address the main question of my whole presentation. Does education reduce social inequality? Over the years, there has been an ongoing debate on whether education reduces social inequality or rather worsens it. In my opinion, I agree that education reduces inequality as it serves as a social leveler and a way to improve social mobility, at the same time, hence reducing inequality. However, in this debate, critics argue that education worsens inequality as in terms of widening the gap between the rich and the poor. In this presentation, I would like to talk more about why and how does education reduce social inequality. Next slide, please. So, how does education help in reducing inequality by acting as a social leveler? Well, having access to education provides individuals with the means to break out of poverty cycle, overcome gender gaps, or climb up the social ladder, thus reducing inequality in society. Moreover, to help children to succeed in their academics, regardless of their socio-economic status and background, government have been putting in a lot of effort to make the cost of education more affordable for the masses and ensure that people of all backgrounds can have access to proper formal education. Next slide, please. I would like to show this example by showing you an example from our very own Singapore. For instance, in Singapore, the government introduced the Financial Assistance Scheme, commonly known as FAS, to Singaporean children who are from low-income families. Can I have the table, please? Thank you. This scheme provides free school textbooks and school uniforms for primary and secondary school students who are actually eligible for this quota. Also, this scheme provides $0 school fees for primary school students and only $5 school fees for secondary school students per month. Now, is FAS the only scheme to help children from poor families? No. Another example that Singapore government had introduced is the various bursary awards for students from various backgrounds who excel in not only in their academic but also in terms of their exemplary character. The most common award that you may have here is the EduSave Character Award and ESHA Award, as well as the EduSave Merit Bursary Award, known as the EMB Award. This EduSave Character Award is actually given out to only 2% of students in each school who have actually demonstrated strong exemplary character as well as outstanding personal qualities through their behavior and their action. The EduSave Merit Bursary Award, EMB, on the other hand, are given to students who are within the top 25% of their school level and course in terms of their academic performance, having demonstrated good conduct and whose monthly income does not exceed $6,900. Next slide, please. So by looking at the example I have illustrated before, how can this example reduce social inequality in Singapore? By offering such financial assistance scheme and bursary awards to students, Singapore aims to bring education to function as a social leveler so that students from differing backgrounds experience a level playing field. This will in turn ensure that students from economically challenging backgrounds also have the same job opportunities and job prospects as compared to students who are from the higher economic status. This is useful as it helps to reduce or eliminate the gap between the rich and the poor. Thus, to conclude my presentation, I would like to say that education is deemed to reduce inequality as it acts as a social leveler by providing educational opportunities to students from all backgrounds, regardless of their race, religion, of their financial status, or their family background. With that being said, I would like to thank all of you for listening to my presentation, and I will end my presentation here. Thank you.
That was excellent, really. Losheni.
Thank you.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me take a photo of you. Okay, it was an excellent presentation, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was an excellent presentation by Losheni, because what I really like about her paper is she has looked at the education concept as something that brings a kind of a social level in society, many an academician and many social activist has felt the same way for ages. And really, Loshani, hats off to you for bringing up this topic. First of all, thank you very much. Can all of us
Thank
give a
you.
good round of applause to everybody? To Loshani first,